I took at face value that in addition to the city's desire to impose municipal controls with its landmark facade action, that there was also a timely mandate for the city's economic development representatives to begin working along with us to assist us in reaching our stated goals to transition my family's 70-year private ownership of the facility to nonprofit status to ensure its ongoing protection and preservation for the enjoyment of generations to come. These not-for-profit conversion goals for the Senator, developed over time through scores of roundtable discussions and open town meetings in conjunction with the extended community and industry professionals, were intended to achieve the economic and operational flexibility required to preserve the key elements that have made the iconic Senator Theater such a renowned and irreplaceable landmark and community asset. What the complex and inclusive community-based process of evaluation and planning revealed is that the Senator is ideally positioned to achieve an innovative and economically sustainable future while also maintaining its community-based functions and award-winning style of operation as an historic entertainment and educational facility. The enhanced entertainment and educational uses for the Senator identified by the collaborative planning process suggests infrastructure upgrades and judicious interior modifications are required to develop the historic theater's promising economic potential as a flexible multi-purpose entertainment facility and cultural amenity. Innovative schematic designs were developed in collaboration with the Ziegler-Sneed architectural firm that adhered to the historic tax credit guidelines that would allow an enhanced and refurbished Senator Theater to showcase a wide variety of live music concerts and myriad special events in addition to offering state-of-the-art feature film presentations. In this context, it's worthwhile to note that from the day the futuristic Art Deco Senator Theater first opened its doors, among my extended family, the primary focus was always on the theater's ongoing evolution, along with an ever-changing entertainment industry. As the CHAP staff report on the Senator notes, the amenities and configuration of these extraordinary entertainment facilities anchoring Baltimore's commercial and residential districts evolved over time, and key aspects of the Senator's rich history are the numerous interior and exterior modifications and enhancements that took place over the years, primarily in response to changes in the entertainment industry. That dynamic process is itself an integral part of the theater's history, and any historic preservation legislation initiated by CHAP that is intended to preserve, protect, and honor the Senator Theater's past, present, and future should acknowledge that fundamental dynamic at its core. As a lifelong preservationist, I want to assure the Commission that I am sincere in my desire to see the Senator and its original function as an entertainment facility enhanced, preserved, and protected in perpetuity. I am also sincere in my conviction that the unprecedented and flawed CHAP action under discussion today, which has a breadth and scope that to my knowledge has never before taken place in the state of Maryland, is onerous and unwarranted, and it should not be approved by the Commission as written for a number of significant reasons. Some of these reasons have to do with the specifics of the proposed legislation. Others have to do with the inappropriate and unauspicious timing of its implementation. In order that the Commission can better understand why I feel so strongly that this special CHAP legislation should not be approved, it may be helpful to briefly note a few reasons why I am opposed to its moving forward as written at this point in time. In the summer of 2007, I was approached by representatives of a local real estate developer inquiring about the Senator and our emerging plans to convert the ownership of the Senator to a not-for-profit entity to hold the real estate and possibly lease the facility to a for-profit entertainment company that would expand the Senator's entertainment uses in addition to film presentations. What was envisioned then and now was for the facility to evolve and become more of an enhanced multi-purpose entertainment and educational venue, which would continue to be operated from a community-based perspective, as it has been since 1939. Our discussions were in-depth and very promising. That is until it was revealed through due diligence that the city legislation initiated by CHAP contained language that allowed for the eventual imposition of unprecedented controls over the senator's interior. I had represented in good faith that what was once contemplated by CHAP to be included in the legislation had been deemed inappropriate. It was at that point that I learned to my consternation that the interior control language was indeed added to the bill before its passage, despite the assurances to the contrary that I had been given. The revelation of this fact served to both undermine my credibility with my potential partner, and it also immediately scuttled his interest in moving forward with the proposed venture. That was my first brush with the downside of the specter of bureaucratic municipal control over the interior spaces of my property. I then approached Councilman Henry to ask for his assistance as a liaison to city government so that the CHAP mandates for the city agencies to assist our efforts to secure an economically viable future for the Senator Theater in the best interest of all concerned would take place. We met with Mayor Dixon and Chief Deputy Mayor Andy Frank in February of 2008 to request their assistance, and we were encouraged by the expressions of support for our efforts. Following that meeting, Councilman Henry directed me to local real estate consultants and to a local real estate consultant and her business partner to coordinate and assist us. We worked together throughout the remainder of 2008. Although everyone had the best of intentions, and the process of working in conjunction with the extended community on refining a collaborative action plan evolved through roundtable discussions and town meetings, the logistical and financial municipal assistance we needed was not forthcoming. The principal reason for the lack of support funding related directly to the onerous language in the CHAP legislation regarding municipal controls over the senator's interior spaces. Once again, the specter of those unprecedented controls served as a negative signal to those with the financial resources to take over the city's guarantee on the senator's loan with First Mariner, which was the city's primary proviso to agree to support our project's pre-development efforts. This was the second major setback triggered by the interior controls aspect of the CHAP Senator Theater Special List legislation. In late September of 2008, the devastating economic downturn hit the already financially weakened Senator Theater. Just as a nasty flu can sicken the healthy but kill the weak, the situation undermined the theater's economic viability. We kept the figuratively sick patient alive by maintaining our nearly 70-year unbroken chain of day-to-day operation, but we were unable to sustain our monthly payments to First Mariner. As we all now know, this resulted in the necessity of the bank to institute foreclosure proceedings and once again schedule a foreclosure auction. The public revelation of our financial distress at that juncture was unfortunately cast in a very negative light by representatives of the Baltimore Development Corporation, who took that high-profile opportunity to publicly excoriate me personally as being entirely responsible for the senator's precarious circumstances, with nary a mention of the devastating economic freefall that was taking place globally. Some of you may have seen the cover of the Daily Record with Kim Clark's quote, "Tom hasn't made it work, he's never made it work. Tom must have to go if the senator's going to survive." I recount this timeline to put into perspective what happened next. Oddly enough, the harsh, overt efforts by the BDC to undermine my credibility resulted in my being approached by a local investor that I knew and another out-of-state organization as well, who felt that I was being personally defamed and undermined by the quasi-public real estate development arm of Baltimore City to such a degree that it may indicate that there was greater value in the Senator Theater and its future economic viability as a key piece of real estate in an ongoing $20 million redevelopment of the Belvedere Square commercial district.